Hi guys, I'm Catherine and I'm here with another book review, and today I'm going to be reviewing Surviving the Night by Riley Sager. And you guys, I have a lot to say about this book and none of it is good. So basically what the book is about is a girl named Charlie who lost her best friend to a murder. Her best friend was murdered and she basically blames herself for what happened. She felt like she abandoned her best friend, and so she decided that she is going to leave school. And she's decided that she is going to leave her boyfriend behind, Robbie. So she doesn't drive, so she's going to put like an ad on a thing called the Ride Board. And this guy named Josh sees her putting this up and he says, "Oh, I'm going the same way. I just need someone to split gas with. I will have no problem giving you a ride." And she just basically takes up his offer. And Charlie, she's not my favorite character. I'm going to be very honest. She was not my favorite character. In the beginning of the book, it was fine, but as the book goes on, it just gets, her decision making gets progressively worse, I want to say, and I just wasn't happy with that at all. So, and she tells herself in the book that, you know, if there's any red flags, I'm not going to get in the car with him and I'm just going to call it off right there. There were red flags and she still got in the car. So her decision making is very bad in this book. Wasn't really happy with it. I felt like the book lacked Riley Sager's usual something. It felt like something was missing. The ending wasn't that great. You saw things coming a mile away. I felt like this book was just, it wasn't great. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't like it. I barely got through it, to be honest. A couple times I had to stop reading it because of how stupid she was and how full-heartedly I disagreed with some of the things she came up with. And she also has hallucinations, so you can't really trust what she sees in this book. And I thought, you know, that was going to be kind of interesting, but it really doesn't go into very much detail. She tells Josh that, oh, she sees movies in her head, so she has hallucinations. Like what? Like movies? Like I had a hard time understanding that. And in the book, when they try to describe it, like something happens, like let's say they're having a talk or something, they're playing a game and he does something very creepy and she flashes back and the music's playing when the music was stopped, and she realized she had one of her hallucinations. Little does she know it's something else entirely going on. So I'm going to jump into spoiler territory in this book. So if you guys have not read it, I recommend you pause this video and read the book and then come back and watch the rest of this review. If you guys have read it, please stick around because we're going to go into spoiler territory. So, as I said with this book, I don't like it. I'll give it pretty much 1 star and that's it. I honestly would give it half a star, but I don't think you can do that. So I'm going to give it 1 star. And so you find out that Josh, his real name is Jake, that Josh was paid to lure Charlie. So Maddie's grandmother, which is Charlie's best friend, so the grandmother could talk to Charlie and figure out what happens, but the grandmother kidnaps her, and basically she calls her boyfriend when they were in the restaurant before, telling him what was going on, that she doesn't feel safe, that call the cops. And the whole time she's talking to her boyfriend, that Josh is standing not even very far from her, so he can hear all of this. So she's coming up in code. And so they're talking And he does send, so the cops do come, and she decides, because when they're in the restaurant, he's like, I'll leave you here and you can get a ride with someone else. And she was thinking, oh yeah, that's okay. And then she goes to the bathroom, and then she comes back, and then she decides, I don't want to leave him. I don't want him to get like another person killed. So I'm going to go with him to basically try and kill him myself. And that was a very stupid decision, because Josh was not the killer. It was her boyfriend, Robbie, who killed her best friend. And I just didn't care for it. I did not care for the book. I will say that again. And I've said it a lot through this review. I didn't care for it. I didn't like the characters. You saw everything coming a mile away. And with Riley Sager books, literally, I've liked a lot of his books. This one, I didn't care for. This one, at times it was very hard for me to get through this book. I actually had to stop reading it at some points and then just skim, because literally I felt like a lot of it was just filler for the story, to kind of like to add pages to it. I don't feel like some of the stuff in there was really necessary. So I skipped a lot of this book because I just wanted it to be done and over with. Usually I don't ever do that with books. With this one, I had to. There is also one thing, at the end of the book, she marries Jake. I'm thinking, he set you up so you could be kidnapped by the grandmother. Why would you marry him? And that just also fell really flat for me. Like, I didn't like the ending. It almost would have been better if she hadn't married someone else that we had no idea who it was. And I just, like I said, I didn't care for it. I'd give it a half a star, really, not even a full 1 star. But yeah, I didn't care for it. So my next book I'm going to be reviewing is called Night Swim. You can look forward to that. It will be coming up. You'll see obviously this video first. But as always, you guys, please like and subscribe to my channel. And I hope you guys have a safe and happy morning. As always, you guys, please like and subscribe and have a great day. Bye.